everyone, this is Drawings by Alexander and welcome back to today's video. This is not a voiceover, this is live because one of my subscribers asked me to do a Copic marker tutorial. So the first step is getting the right paper, and this is ASMR. No, this isn't ASMR. This is Expressive Blending Card, and it's made by the Copic company, and it's specifically selected for use with Copic markers. So there you go. Wow. So I'm gonna go sketch something on this, and then I'm gonna come back to you. It's gonna be inspired by the movie Us, the horror movie that just came out. So yeah, I'm gonna be back. Bye-bye. Okay, so this is what we have. I'm just gonna pick out some colors. I lined it with liners, and I waited for it to dry so the lining wouldn't smudge. And I made sure to erase all the pencil well. And now I'm going to be showing you how to color things. So first we're just going to start with the skin. And the first thing I like to do is when I work with Copics, I work from light to dark. So yeah, I'm just going to start filling in the shadows. Where they need to be. And I know I want like a blue in the highlights, so yeah. So I just like to plan out my shadows, and then I like to start putting some in with the darkest color after I planned it out. And make sure everything is what I like. Wow, what a beauty. Sorry if this is like a little bit scary. I just saw Us the other day, and yeah. So now I'm gonna take my mid-tone, which is E74, and I'm gonna blend this out. And you kind of want to like, you can do like flicking and little circle motions to really get a nice smooth blend. If that's the effect you want. Then I'm gonna go in with my lightest shade and start filling in the rest. I don't want this video to be super long. I will be right back. And I forgot to mention, I like to blush with this color, but since this is like a darker mood, I'm not gonna do any blush. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. So this is just a little update on the face. I added some blue to the shadows using the same method, just going over the darkest parts. I did the lips, and now I'm going to add some shading to the eyes because they're just white, and I don't like leaving them like that. This is like a little minor detail I like to do, especially when there's just like two little black dots there. So yeah. Yeah, goodbye. We don't need to say goodbye. Let's just move on to the hair. Screw it. I'm gonna start with my darkest shade, and I'm gonna flick backwards. It's all on the wrist. You just flick like that, if you can see. And this will create a sort of hair texture. I mean, I think it does. So I'm just flicking and creating a highlight. And this drawing is kind of based off of one of the characters in Us, the daughter, because her twin doppelganger person had their hair slicked back, and I thought it looked cool. So yeah, that's where this look is coming from. That crazy slicked back hair. And there's hair behind here, so I'm just filling it in all the way dark because it's all the way in the shadow. And then I'm just gonna flick some more up here, down here, boop, 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 boop. Then you just wanna take your midtone and your highlight and sort of work your way in like this. So this is a lighter shade of gray. I'm just gonna flick in to make it look less harsh. And if you want, I love adding a little bit of blue, especially since blue is a common theme in this drawing. I'm just gonna add a little blue to the highlights. Keep it consistent. And then I'm gonna take an even lighter shade of gray and flick that in and blend it with the blue. I'm gonna do some circle motions, really kind of keep that flicking going. I'm gonna add some more shading to the eyes because why not? And I'm just adding the shading using a really light purple V22. Ooh, can you see this? Yeah, I use this to shade the skin when I do white people a lot. So yeah, and now I'm going to work down, finish coloring the skin. And then, yeah, so that's basically my Copic tutorial. Just a recap, I kind of like to work from light to dark, but sometimes, like when I'm doing the face, I like to set in the shadows first and then like work my way in reverse and then use my midtone and my highlight. And the same thing for the hair. And for the hair, you can do a flicking motion with your wrist. And then the most important things are you know where your light source is coming from. So for me, it's kind of coming from here. So the shadows are here on the face. So yeah, anyways, I will see you guys on Wednesday's video. I'm sorry this video is kind of rushed. I will do a better tutorial with Copics and I'll post, or I'll put like the final version of this drawing at the end or like right after this. Bye. I was gonna end the video, but this is just a little pro tip. In the movie Us, the doppelgangers have golden scissors, and so if you're trying to do something gold with markers, a great way to do that is adding green to it. And I know that may sound a little bit weird, but if you add some green to the shadows, and then you use a brown like this, E13 is my favorite one to use with gold. You can make it up here. Like the object is gold. And then you can add some highlights. I'm probably gonna blend that out more because you can still see a lot of green. But I don't really mind that look, but. And you probably shouldn't go over your jelly roll with your Copics because that's going to clog them. Also, do not put your Copics over pencil because that will also clog them and mess up your nibs. So be careful with that. Woo. So now I kind of have this gold effect going. I don't know if it really worked. I think it worked. I don't know. You guys can try it and figure it out for yourself. So yeah. This is bye for real.